Hello and welcome.
Good evening.
My name is Alex and it's time to look at the results of Gameweek 35. Took a little bit of an L, but if you're following my strategy, we're going a little bit of a differential route. I have 2 chips left, which will probably give me a little bit of boost, hopefully, and get me into top 50,000 rank, maybe even better. This season wasn't really the best for me, but it's still top 100,000 finish, I think, is kind of guaranteed now. I would want more, but the YouTubers that are really popular right now, they got like into top 10k this season, fantastic finishes, and I was kind of going against the template. Still, I have 2 chips that may just give me a little bit of a boost that I surprisingly end up in like much higher ranks. Fingers crossed, don't want to jinx it, of course, but Bowen was my differential, he returned, that was very nice, nutmegged the goalkeeper, scored the goal, and Bumo was my captain, and I didn't really want to captain Isak just because I thought that Newcastle notoriously poor away from home this season, and if someone told me that Isak only scored from penalty, that they were supposed to get 3 of them, and realistically there was only 1 and he converted that, but they didn't really have a lot of chances to win that game, I would be very scared to, like, in hindsight, of course, it would be nice to captain him given that he returned and got the bonus points, but I think it's alright, right? So I never planned to captain Marmoush, so you see Isak is my vice captain. But Mbeumo, I thought that he'll be involved into more goals. They scored 4, and Mbeumo only got 1 assist. And many people are getting Xhade as a differential, and that's a fair point. You can go for Xhade. Maybe we're getting Kevin De Bruyne as a differential as well. Fantastic choice. And for attackers, people are going for either Evan Nilsson, which is not the best pick right now, but they play in Leicester, Gameweek 38. Then they're going Cunha to play against Brighton, or they're getting Wood to play against Leicester. And all of these shouts, all of these players will definitely improve my team. But I'm looking at this, I will have to bench Murphy against Chelsea, which I think I can do that. And I can end up getting another striker instead of Stuart Larsson, who is injured. But I really want to use my free hit in the next game week. So just in case the fixture difficulty looks like this, Man City has a very nice run. So you obviously want to get some Man City players, and especially Southampton. They also play a cup final, which maybe means that there's going to be some rotation. So getting some players that are not really guaranteed starters, and also there's like the idea that Haaland will take the starting place from Marmoush, or Marmoush will be getting limited attacking chances while Haaland is starting. And is Haaland starting? Should you get Haaland to begin with? Like, all of these concerns are like, wait, I mean, I don't want to be bothered with that. I think last 3 game weeks you would want to get players who are really nailed on. So for that, Nottingham Forest have fantastic run as well. They play in Leicester, then they play West Ham. They unfortunately play Chelsea at home, which may be very difficult fixture to like get like a haul from a player, just because both of these teams are fighting for the Champions League places. So I would like to get Nottingham Forest player, but if I'm playing free hit in Gameweek 77, I might as well just get these Nottingham Forest players for the free hit, and now maybe sustain it, obviously, effective ownership risk that I'm taking by not having Chris Wood. So I'm kind of like turning between 2 worlds. It would be nice to get Wood, but I will definitely would want to have a different attacker for 38, and that would be Evan Nilsson. As you can tell, when we talk about this game week as well, starting from Gameweek 36, Brentford players are a good idea to stock up on them. I already have Mbeumo, and I think that many people will have Wissa, so that's another player that you might want to get. And then, of course, Man United are playing West Ham, but this is not fair, given them green, given that Man United will probably be playing like some kind of like second string squad, just because they're preparing for the final of the Europa League that they got into. And yeah, so there are other nice teams to bet on, but I think Gameweek 37 is where Everton playing Southampton. So I may as well just go for Everton. Like, if I'm playing free hit here, I might as well just go, look at this, Everton goalkeeper in Pickford. I might as well just go for Villa players, right? So they're playing Tottenham at home, which, I mean, Aston Villa are only playing for like higher places in the Prem. They're fighting for the European football. Tottenham will be also probably either reserving players or, yeah, probably just because they're going to be engaged in this final of the Europa League. This could be a massacre, and not having an Aston Villa player, and besides, I don't want to play them away at Man United. You never know which Man United will turn up in the final game week. So this could be a low-scoring game, but this one can be a very high-scoring game. So Aston Villa striker like Ollie Watkins, because Rashford is kind of injured, probably not getting involved. Maybe he is getting actually some playtime later at the end of the season. I think the injury is actually bad. So by that time, I will know that and will make a decision. Rodgers, and you can go for a defender, right? You can go for someone like you can even go for Martinez as a goalkeeper. Chelsea playing Man United. So many people, as I was one of them, said goodbye to Palmer, and it's just like he's a fraud. He's like likes to play AFC more, and it feels like this motivated him a little bit. And the performance against Liverpool. Now we need to give him his flowers. He was absolutely phenomenal, and he scored that penalty at the end. So that was like a cherry on top because he got the points for people who still stuck with him. Now he's playing Man United again, the Europa League fixture in between these games. So it's nice to have someone from Chelsea, and I may as well just get Cucurella and Palmer. That would be massive differentials. Leicester playing against Ipswich. I may as well just go for Vardy. Like one last dance for Jamie Vardy. He scored already. He proven that he can score in the Prem. He scored against Southampton. And Nottingham Forest play against West Ham United away. Like Nottingham Forest form away from home is not really that impressive. But then Brentford playing Fulham at home. So that's where, if I'm not getting Visa right now, not getting any players from Forest, I can pick them up on the free hit. So that is the idea. And then I would get rid of them on because they will not be in my team after the free hit in 38. And Nottingham Forest are playing difficult fixture here. Brentford are playing difficult away fixture here. And obviously I will not have Jamie Vardy. I will not have Palmer against Forest, which can obviously be a difficult fixture too. Go to the planner. Maybe it will be a little bit easier to understand my moves. And you also can maybe look at your team. What do you plan to do with your players? Obviously some people don't have the free hit saved, but you probably have a better rank than me then, right? So that's the trade-off. But I wanted to use my differentials then. So the idea is that I'm not making any moves here. Gameweek 36, I'm going in like this. And then in the Gameweek 30, and by the way, yeah, Kirkus will probably be... Ait Nouri is starting for sure. Ait Nouri is starting, Livramento is benched. So that's the idea. Josesa or Alisson, it's a toss of a coin. I just don't want to kind of double up. Brighton can still score. It's a tricky, I think clean sheet odds, Liverpool have better odds for some reason. I will want to see some leaks. Maybe we'll get an idea which kind of Arsenal will show up against Liverpool. But Liverpool concede a lot of goals lately, so relying on their defense is not really a good idea. So this would be the team for 36, and I don't really need to make any moves. Like playing Murphy against Chelsea can be kind of dodgy, so I may just as well get someone for this game and just forget about going for Nielsen last game week. But getting that crucial differential is very nice. So 37, playing free hit. I'm getting the best players for the best fixtures. I'm gonna be sharing that in the video. So forget about this team in 37. The most important part, I'm returning back to my team in 38 because I saved the transfer and then I get another transfer going into Gameweek 38. So what I do then, I get rid of Sven Larsson for Evan Nielsen, who is playing Leicester. Right, so what a team, man. Unbelievable, man. And Leicester, of course. Aina plays against Chelsea. Still can be a very close game. He can still keep a clean sheet. You never know. Aina against Chelsea. And then one of my midfielders may become... Saka. Or... This is bench boostable. So this is probably my starting 11 then. Josesa against Brentford. Maybe he's conceding, right? I have Mbuma against him. Yeah, maybe the goalkeeping selection is kind of dodgy. So I have Mbuma on the bench boosting. I have Aina on the bench boosting, and Livramento on the bench boosting. So I see a 10 points here. 10 points plus. Not the most optimal bench boost, but I've seen people in the double game week, they use the bench boost cheap. They even took hits for that, and I didn't even get 10 points. This is a single game week with these amazing fixtures, and I still have one transfer left. I can easily get rid of someone like, I don't know, Bowen, if I don't believe that he's going to be scoring. West Ham, it feels like they score like barely, one goal max, and Bowen is always involved. It's nice to have it like this. But if I'm getting rid of Bowen, for instance, right, I can go for Saka or even Trossard if I feel like it. And this can be a nice differential. Nobody will be able to probably get Saka and Evan Nielsen for this final game week, unless they're taking hits. However, I don't know, man, because I will be having a very nice team in 37, so it's just a little bit of a hit again. Because I'm gonna be probably getting a red arrow again, and then in the 37 and 38 we're gaining rank. That's the idea. I mean, hopefully. I mean, you never know. Fingers crossed. Maybe for the next season I'll be preparing a little bit better in a way where I'm gonna be showing you the graphics, more like XG stuff. But I feel like this row Yapsesh is the best I can offer right now, because it just takes so much time to prepare for a video like that, and I don't know if I need to plunge into this because it's like my short channel. Still, it's fun. Fun to share the journey FPL, and I get your comments from time to time. Fun to read them. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, and I'll see you next one.